In procrastination, you delay what you have to do for the short term. You're indulging in short-term gratification in order to please yourself at the current moment, even though you know for the long-term scale of things, that's not how it wants to be. But these short-term effects, always the procrastinating, 10 minutes after, when it hits 6:00, that's when I'm gonna do that. But when it hits 6:01, then you're like, okay, until 6:30. So this constant procrastination, it lowers your self-confidence, makes you feel worse about yourself. And this is exactly what happened to me. I would delay everything all the time, and I would not trust myself with basic behaviors. I would not trust myself with doing something because I'd be like, this is just gonna happen again. And even though this probably is not something that you think about, it's always at the back of your mind, it's always subconsciously there, and your confidence is defined by the actions that you do every single day. So you procrastinating defines you. Even when you don't even think it does, it defines you as a person and your character. There's a difference between procrastination and laziness. Both of these things show worsening mental state. So this is something, if you clicked on this video, it already shows that you're willing to change and that you have some kind of power, or you're just interested. But there's a difference between laziness and procrastination. Procrastination, you know you have things to do, but you just delay them and you indulge in immediate gratification instead, where you just want to lay down and scroll your phone instead of doing something else that you know you have to be doing. For laziness, you'd rather sit on the couch the whole day and you feel like there's nothing wrong with this. With laziness, I think there's a deeper issue of you losing interest in things and kind of having a lack of purpose in life. Just because you procrastinate does not mean you are lazy. If you do feel like you're losing interest in things, then it is a sign of bad mental health, where you feel like you stopped loving the things that you want to do. Like you used to love rock climbing as a hobby and you just stopped doing it because you are just losing interest. This has happened to me with sports, like volleyball and football, where I just felt like I was losing interest. I do want to say that we as humans are always changing. So on one side, it could be that you found something else, and there's nothing wrong with this. It's just sometimes we prefer other things than others, and that's okay. And as a human, we're always changing and evolving, and we should be seeking to change and evolve. But there's a difference between losing interest in like basically everything and kind of having no motivation to do things. It's a reminder, everything you do on a day-to-day basis, all the actions that you do on a day-to-day basis and the things you tell yourself, build up you as a person, build up your identity, build up how you view yourself. And this is, in my opinion, one of the most important things that we have going, is our perception of ourselves and our relationship with ourselves. When you lose interest in things, I find that you have less conversations with people and you seem like a less interesting person to people because there's less for you to talk about and you discuss, and there's more to you as a person. So what I would say is, if you do feel like you're doing this, sign yourself up to as many classes as possible, even the classes that you didn't even think you'd be doing. So chess, football, and activity. Get your body moving. It doesn't have to only be to the gym, and reconnecting with these hobbies that you didn't think you would be doing. But I do feel like I'm going off topic, but losing interest, if you do feel like you're losing interest in things, just sign yourself up. We constantly forget that it's all about hustle culture and it's all about being 24 hours a day productive, but we do forget that simply just doing a hobby that you enjoy doing for your soul, and these little things that make you happy still play a part in your identity and how you feel on a day-to-day basis. If it makes you feel better about yourself, then absolutely do it. Doesn't matter if it takes 1 hour or 2 hours of your day. Just remember that it's not only all about, let's be 24 hours productive. What is being productive? Because in my books, this also counts as being productive, because this is something that you're doing to help yourself in the long term. I do want to get back to procrastinations though. And I used to have severe procrastinations where I would have the one with the time where I'd be like, I have to do my homework, but sometimes I never even finished doing my homework because I would just procrastinate it. And then at the end of the whole time I was procrastinating, I'd just make up a thing, or I'll tell my teacher that I just forgot my homework and it's at home. I want to say that getting things over with as soon as you get it is something that I used to never do. And basically, when you get a task, I do want to use homework as it's like kind of easy. When you get a homework, don't delay it until the last moment. Just do it straight away. Same thing with like if you have to pre-cook meals. Don't just do it straight away. Do it when you have time. Then it's about the organization of time and planning your time, because we know we have only a set limit of time every single day. So it is about utilizing it. This may not sound like the best method, but it truly is. and it is just doing it and not overthinking it. I'm telling you, when you just tell yourself, like, what am I doing right now? Like, why am I doing this right now? And just doing it, I'm telling you, this is where the biggest growth happens. This is where you prove to yourself something that you have never proven to yourself before. When you just do it, like, just do it really fast, don't overthink it. And it's about the small little things. For example, you can start with this not by doing a big grandiose task straight away. It's about the not pressing the snooze alarm, just getting up. This already starts your day off correctly and proves to yourself that you can just do it. And it's as simple as this. If there's nothing much to this where you have to overthink it and procrastination and all these behaviors all these different behaviors that you have, this is something that you can improve on. Procrastination is something you can improve on. Just look at it as a behavior and something you can get better at. So when you just do it, you just prove to yourself. I just sound like a Nike ad commercial, but when you just prove it to yourself that you can get it over with, this builds confidence within yourself for next time when a behavior arises where you feel like you want to procrastinate. I find that when I don't do what I really want and crave and feel at the moment right now, and I know on an objective scale I have to be doing something else, then when I have this realization, and you should also strive to, like, just be so honest with yourself and be like, yeah, this is just a dumb excuse that I'm filming right now. Whip out your phone and hold yourself accountable. Talk to the camera with yourself. Hold yourself accountable for what you're not about to do right now and what you're missing out on. Because whether we believe it or not, yes, one time not going to the gym, yeah, may not make a difference. But the constant repetition of, oh, one time, it compounds over each other. These little changes every single day compound onto each other, and this builds your confidence. So yeah, if you're striving to increase your confidence, just get it over with. Practice small little behavior changes. Sometimes set yourself goals that feel really unattainable for yourself and get them done. If you never thought you would run, run 5 kilometers, run 10 kilometers, and these unattainable goals, when you reach them, you feel like you could do so much more. That really increased my confidence because it gave me more experiences and more things to talk about and educate and teach other people. So yeah, there's no insane equation on how to stop procrastination. It's just about doing it and making these small little changes on an everyday basis of not hitting the snooze alarm and just getting up when you have to, doing that piece of homework when you have to, or going out with your dog when you don't want to on a cold day. Just these little things compound over each other and build your character on the big scale of things. So hopefully that helps you. And yeah, there's no big equation, like I said. Sometimes you don't have to overcomplicate things. Same with procrastination. Don't overcomplicate it, just do it.